The face of panhandling up and down the lakeshore. Pictures of him all over social media these days, working major intersections between Holland and South Haven. He's even been caught on video, being confronted by a group on Facebook who says he's just a scammer. Well, his name is Jesse Dyer. He's a 20-year-old who says he's homeless.
After numerous emails and Facebook messages about the young man, we sent Fox 17's Paul Cicchini to track him down just a couple miles away from the state capitol. Paul?
Yeah, Jesse Dyer agreed to meet with Fox 17 in Lansing, where he was there visiting family. It's the place where he and his family lost their home and where he can now escape some negative publicity from panhandling in West Michigan. 20-year-old Jesse Dyer says he's misunderstood.
They don't know me. They don't understand what I go through every day. They're just out to get Facebook famous.
Dyer and his father have been seen on street corners across West Michigan asking for money. But when a group called West Michigan Hardly Homeless Panhandlers tracked them down along US 31 and began shooting video of them, he says it was verbal assault.
You guys are just going city to city to frickin' collect and take advantage from regular working people.
I think people can say what they want. People can try and hurt me. People can try and hurt all the homeless. But as long as I survive every day, they can't break me. I've been broken too many times before.
Dyer and his father targeted along the lakeshore, in part because his dad owns a truck.
So how does it feel to be hardly homeless? With a nice truck and everything.
That's my grandpa's truck. My dad sleeps in it every night. And just because I got a truck, just because I got a place to stay, it does not mean I'm not homeless. Until I have a home of my own, I'm homeless.
For now, Dyer occasionally visits family in Lansing, but lives with friends in Holland. He insists it's just a place where he can rest his head, but only if he can pay.
Now I stay with somebody for $30 a night when I can get enough.
If he doesn't get enough, he says he sleeps outside.
I've made about $70 in a day before, but that don't happen often.
He usually collects $30 to $40, and because he doesn't want to overstay his welcome,
I go to the campground and take showers. Every once in a while I take one at the place I stay, but usually just the campground.
He doesn't have much.
People gave me the clothes that I'm wearing. I got about 5 shirts and 2 pairs of pants.
But he does have a cell phone.
The guy at the Metro PCS store hooked me up with a free phone and put me on the $40 plan. I gotta figure out the $40 in a few days so I can keep it on.
Now, people have been reaching out to us saying Dyer's been offered work before but never followed through. Now, he told me starting a job next week, he's going to be holding a different sign that says "We Buy Gold." He's also reached out, he says, to Michigan Works, and he's been trying to work out a plan to start school again because he did drop out when he was starting his junior year.
He's got a tough life, but I mean, a lot of people are going to look at him and say, 20-year-old kid, what's his work capacity? Is he, you know, in your 20s, that's when people see you mowing lawns and doing things like that, you know, and not having to worry about working a fast food job or something like that. What about that?
And I asked him about that. I said, why don't you go and work, you know, at McDonald's or Wendy's or something like that? And he says, you know, he prefers to have a job that would earn a little bit more money. So I said, well, what about going to a homeless mission and working with them and sitting down and trying to go back to school through that and trying to get job placement through a mission? He said he's been to a mission before. He had a really negative experience. He said people his age, and he looks very young. He doesn't, you know, he doesn't look 20.
Yes.
Yeah. And so he says oftentimes police are called to the corners where he's at because somebody said a 15-year-old is out there begging. So he's obviously young. You know, he didn't make it through high school.
Yeah.
It sounds like, you know, he tells me that he's trying to go back to school and he's trying to get a job, but you know, it's one of those things that obviously you have to wait and see if it actually happens.
Hopefully he does. I mean, I think that's great that he's even thinking about it and trying to get his GED, and hopefully this We Buy Gold job, hopefully that works out too.
And give him some opportunity.
And give him a chance. You know what I mean? He's doing the best he can.
It sounds like he's getting that chance right now, and he just looks at it like, okay, if you're going to come and, you know, bombard us while we're doing this, that's fine. You can do it, but you know, we're going to be out there and we're going to try to get what little we can.
Well, hopefully, follow up and see where he goes.